Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back, and I thank you again. Today I want to talk about Dinah, daughter of Israel. A lot of people in the churches don't realize that Israel had a daughter named Dinah, and I want to read the story about her, an in-depth study about her, and it's a very sad story indeed. But we'll go to Genesis chapter 34, and before that, she's first mentioned in Genesis chapter 30, verse 21, but we'll go to the incident at hand right here, 34. It reads, Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her, and lay with her, and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spoke kindly to the damsel. And Shechem spoke unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with the cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they came around. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out in the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very mad, because they had wrought folly in Israel, and lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of thy son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife, and make your marriages with us, and give us your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. So they're trying to mix multitude. They're trying to intermingle marriages. And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade, and therein get your possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father, and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as you shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, Because ye that defiled Dinah their sister. And they said unto them, We cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, that were an approach unto us. But in this we will consent unto you, if you will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if you will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then we will take our daughters, and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem, his son, came to the gate of their city, and communed with the men of the city, saying, These men are peaceable with us, therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade thereon for the land. Behold, it is a large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us as wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us to dwell with us, to be one people, and every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance, and every beast and theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city, and every male was circumcised, all of them out of the gate of his city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's bigger brothers, took each man his sword and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males. And they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of the Shechem's house and went out. The sons of Jacob came up upon the slain and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep and their oxen and their donkeys, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth and all their little ones and their wives they took captive, and spoiled them all that was in the house. And Jacob said unto Simeon and Levi, You have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. They said, Should he deal with our sister as with a harlot? So it was a trick in disguise. Levi and Simeon, the older brothers, must have loved their sister a lot and didn't want to see her defiled and humiliated like the way she was. And they tricked the men to get circumcised, and it takes days for them to heal up from that. And while the men were sore and helpless, they went in and they annihilated them. They annihilated all of them, and they took spoils of war. But when they came back, Jacob wasn't too pleased with it, because now he was afraid that all the other tribes would gang up on him and destroy him and his family. But after that, it doesn't really say much what happened to Dinah. Did she lose disrespect for what happened? Doesn't say nothing about it, but she should be remembered as a child of Israel. And I like to go forward to chapter 49. Something else is important to be noted here. 49, chapter, or verse 5 through 7. This is, the blessings Israel gave to his sons on his deathbed. And he never forgot what Simeon and Levi did back then. So he's making this proclamation and prophecy about Levi and Simeon's seed and their people, their children. It says in 49:5, Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come thou not unto their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor, be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob or Israel, and scatter them in Israel. So that was what he's pronouncing was going to be a characteristic of these two brothers, instruments of cruelty, violence, and everything. And it's no wonder that the tribe of Levi became the priests, the Levites, the priests for the temple, because back then they were slaughtering goats and rams and lambs and everything. They were slaughtering them, bloodshed all over the place. And what better tribe to do that, if they were had cruelty and bloodthirsty. But that's what they did. And I just thought, mentioning Dinah, the forgotten child of Israel, it's important. Lesson learned is, you don't mess with a young girl, because you never know how many big brothers they are in their mentality. Big brothers sometimes protect their little daughter, their little sisters, or and the fathers do too. But in Jacob's case, he was troubled by the act, but he's also troubled that the brothers went ahead and did what they did and put them in great danger. They could have been annihilated, but in fact, in the scripture, it says that the other tribes were actually scared of what they did. They were alarmed and scared. They was on a little defensive, but they didn't want to mess. They didn't want to mess with them. They didn't want to attack them or anything. But anyways, that was about the story of Dinah. And I thank you again for tuning in and watching. And, please subscribe below, comment what you want. You're free and welcome to hit that like button and notification bell for more episodes. And with that said and done, thank you again. Thank you. And peace out and shalom.